Welcome to another edition of Chief's Corner. I'm Fire Chief Mike Meyer, and today I'm joined by John Voigt from Dakota County Special Operations Team. Welcome, John.
Welcome.
Tell us a little bit, today you joined us for training, and tell us a little bit about what we covered as far as training and kind of the purpose behind the SOT team.
Today we covered equipment specifically from this truck in relation to Confined Space rescue. Just to give an equipment familiarization to the firefighters of the Lakeville Fire Department of the equipment we have and what we would employ if we were called by Lakeville to come and assist with a Confined Space rescue.
Okay. And what kind of for our audience as far as what is a confined space and how does that equate as far as when we call you in?
Confined space is any area that a person would have to enter that is not normally meant for human occupancy. So if a city worker has to go down on a manhole cover, if someone has to go into a vessel to check something or do manual or regular inspection on the inside, some place where they wouldn't normally be, they've entered the space through generally a smaller opening, and now something's happened and they can't get themselves out of that space.
Okay, excellent. As far as Special Operations Team, tell us a little bit about the team and how that works as far as with the county.
Okay, team was put in place in 2006. It's made up of 36 people from all of the different law enforcement and fire agencies in the county. So we have career and volunteer, firemen, police, and EMS from around the county. Those 36 members get together once a month and train on different topics, whether it be confined space, trench rescue, technical rope rescue, structural collapse, EMS skills, law enforcement skills. We practice all of those things so that we can support the agencies in the county. This team was originally, the concept of it was so that those specialty resources that agencies need, that they necessarily can't afford to supply and train, is now available to them, and the whole county helps to fund it.
Okay, so in other words, as far as like Lakeville Fire, there's no way we could as a department maintain or afford to have firefighters trained to the level that the Special Operations Team, so that's kind of where you fill that void to help agencies that request your help.
Correct.
A little bit about the team as far as equipment, where does you guys have it in one building, or give me a little bit of information on that?
So we've got, at the present time, we have 3 trucks. This particular truck is for collapse rescue and rope rescue. This truck is kept in Burnsville, the Burnsville Station 1. We have another truck that has the rest of our trench rescue equipment and some other extrication type equipment like airbags, some specialty things for breaking and breaching, cutting and burning of different things like concrete or steel. That equipment is kept in a truck that is in Apple Valley. We also have another truck of equipment that is our hazardous materials team. Everything that comes with that, shelters for decon, air monitors for confined atmospheres, all of that, or contaminated atmospheres, all of that equipment is kept in a truck that's in Egan.
Okay, so not only are the members part of other agencies within the county, but the equipment stored at those agencies, so when you're requested as a team, that supporting agency, whether it's Lakeville Fire or another fire department within Dakota County, they bring out the resources and your personnel respond to the scene. Is that correct?
That's correct.
John, can you give me like an example that Lakeville Fire or the city of Lakeville that we called you out as far as that we needed the SOT team to respond to?
Yes, last summer at there was a trench collapse at a home construction project, and there was one person trapped that unfortunately ended up being deceased.
Okay.
But that was a response where the Lakeville Fire Department initially responded, realized that they needed a specialty resource, things that they didn't have access to or weren't trained to do, and that's what we are trained to do. So we showed up with our team of people and assisted the fire department.
Okay, and I guess I'm going to jump back a little bit on the training. So most fire departments are trained to an awareness level, is that correct?
That's correct.
And then the SOT, you guys are trained at what level?
Depending on the topic, we're either trained to a technician level or a specialty level.
Okay.
So when it comes to any of the rescue skills for trench collapse or technical rope rescue or confined space, you get trained at a technician level, which means that you're trained to operate in that space. When it comes to hazardous materials, you can get trained to a specialist level, and at the specialist level, now you've been given more training on the specific construction of containers that hold hazardous materials, whether it be something stored in a building or a truck. You have more specifics about the type of material, the safety relief vents, just the overall construction, so that if it's involved in some sort of accident, you have a little better idea of the damage incurred and what the possible outcome of that may be.
Excellent. Well, thank you for your time. Thanks for coming out and training us on confined space rescue, and I appreciate it.
Yes, sir.